it's almost like there's a system designed for these corporations to just, suck money from people out of something that they depend on, which is housing.
They're doing what with 2 people?
Not the way that you like that I'm talking, but
okay.
Okay. But
okay. Well, next question.
Okay, it's rolling.
Was it?
We're live. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
What did you say?
Guys, we're live. We're all live on the air. We're not live. We're recording.
Okay.
Camera's rolling. Things are rolling.
Okay.
Things are happening. Welcome to the What's Your Ness podcast. I'm Spenny, and I'm joined as usual by my co-host and the founder of Ness Culture, Alexander the Great. And we have a guest today. Alex, would you care to introduce our guest to the folks?
Our guest is the most powerful human I know.
Oh.
She can have multiple people assassinated if need be.
That's not
She
true.
has guards watching her. There's snipers outside the window right now.
That's an exaggeration.
And this individual is somebody I've known for very long and I'm so proud of. And our guest is the one, the only, in our opinion, still the mayor of Emeryville, Courtney Welch.
Welcome, Mayor Welch.
Thank you.
So, should we ask...
It's always Courtney amongst friends.
Okay, Courtney, thank you. Oh, nice. I feel like I just leveled up in my political career here.
Yeah. Like your first name basis with the mayor. Like,
so what kind of, I don't know, Alex.
So what's up with all these awards? I was reading some stuff about you. And like, why don't I know that you did this stuff?
Because we just joke around when we talk a lot.
Okay, well, I'm saying I could be your bodyguard. Like, hire me.
I don't need a bodyguard.
Yes, you do. You're very important. You're like what's that man? Farrakhan. We got to protect you.
They call me Killer Court for a reason. Just kidding.
So are we doing a Ness, Alex?
Oh, okay. I would. So look at you guys. I'm looking up like stuff about Courtney, and this list is so long. Like I can't even read all this shit. It's like Alameda County Housing Community Development Advisory Board, like Oakland Elizabeth House Board of Directors, just city council members, just vice mayor, Alameda this, Oakland that, housing authority this, like Alameda, like you basically run the East Bay.
I'm a part of a collaboration of a coalition, really, of people.
I see that word here too.
I don't do
a commission.
I don't do any of this by myself. I'm a part of boards, legislative bodies, coalitions of committees that do this great work to make the Bay Area one of the best places in the world to live.
And she's uppity because she graduated from Bishop O'Dowd.
Oh, here we go.
Hey, like one of our last guests.
Who was here?
Zach. The kid.
Oh, he goes to Bishop O'Dowd?
Oh,
yeah.
He goes there now?
Yeah, I asked him if he knew Zanaya.
Did he know her?
Maybe. so hold on. We gotta start this podcast. Let's start the podcast.
Yeah, we're doing a podcast, folks.
And we appreciate you coming. So, this is the What's Your Ness podcast. So we're here to ask you, what's your Ness?
SuccessfulNESS.
SuccessfulNESS. I love it.
You all right over there, buddy?
Yes, I can feel it in my...
Don't finish that sentence.
Okay. Yeah.
We have a politician on the air with us, so let's keep it.
Hold on. Okay. Yes. Spinny, could you pull up the definition for successfulness? Thank you.
Yes.
Yes, because we're prestigious.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where'd you pull that accent out from?
My crack.
Parliament.
My arse. Hey, every time I watch those fucking like British shows and they say arse, bro, that shit be having me crying, bro. I don't know why, but...
What do you watch? Downton Abbey? What?
I watch Netflix.
Do you watch Downton Abbey on Netflix?
I don't know what that means.
Okay.
I watch Top Boys.
It's like Harry Potter, but there's no magic or anything.
Well, it's not Harry Potter. What the fuck?
No, it's Downton Abbey. I know. I've never watched. I've seen like clips.
He's lying.
My
He
mom
watches
used to
that
watch
shit.
it.
He loves. Oh, it's
My
a
mom would
show?
always be watching that. Yeah.
Oh, it's a mom show.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's not a mom show. It's like a
mom. His mom.
no
Mom show. Mom show. Hold on. Let me say it like our president. It's a mom show.
Stop. Stop.
The mom watches the show.
The hands.
It's the mom does it.
You're not doing the one everyone wants to see, which is the. But anyways,
talk about DP.
Yeah. Talking about DP. Hey, speaking of DP, we got a definition of perplexing variety here.
Yes.
Successfulness. This is the AI Google defining it for us. So we're letting AI define our lives now. Successfulness is a noun that means the state of being successful or the condition of having good fortune or prospering. Synonyms of successfulness include prosperity, eudaimonia. I've never heard of that. Upbeat, wheel.
Well?
I don't know. I've never. Yeah, I've never heard.
Probably
Well, welfare and well-being. Yeah, that's
yeah.
learn something new every
See,
day.
The SuccessfulNESS. That's what I was telling you. That's what we do here. We do all the Ness from the back. You put Ness on the back of it. We'll do it.
I'm more for the front. But.
Okay. Well, I'm not a fronter. You know, I don't like the front. You know, so
Okay.
So let me get this fucking shit started. So
Okay.
Courtney,
Hey.
what does successfulness mean to you, personally and professionally?
Well, when I think about successfulness,
Oh
it
my god,
really.
that's so smart. You're so talented.
I
This
didn't
is a
say
politics.
anything.
This is we can't Fox News this thing and like you just
oh,
talk over. it. We need to actually let her speak.
So CNN. Okay, CNN.
Yeah.
You have to put your Don Lemon on. Well, he's not
fired.
there anymore. I know. Never
The
mind.
fact that I know that is amazing. But yes, so yeah, what does successfulness mean to you?
Well, it's interesting that you say both. What does it mean
Personally
and professionally? Because I do think across the board, it is a personal decision. You get to define what successfulness means to you across the board in both your personal and professional life. But when I think about what does it really mean, it's about who do you want to be and what do you want to do? And I think you first have to define who do you want to be? What is the impact you want to have in the world? And then that helps define and lead you to what you want to do. But also you need to remain flexible because I think when you think about, especially in the professional sense, are you 40 yet?
No, I am a young tender.
Don't say it like that. But when you think about, so, you know, I'm as a now older millennial, I'll be 38 in June. I think about, I'm what? Huh? Don't say that. Don't do that with me. And so I'm going to my 20th high school reunion in May. And I think about when I graduated from high school, what do you want to do? How do you want your career to go? So many of the jobs that exist now weren't even thought of. There was no social media coordinator. There was no, there's all this stuff going on with AI, with technology. We just looked up an AI definition. So many things have changed over the past 20 years, hell, the past 5 years. Yeah. And so you think about what does success look like for you. I think the biggest thing you can do for yourself is define who you want to be. Do I want to be an educator? Do I want to be an education can look like, it's not just you being a teacher, right? But being an educator as far as teaching people whatever subject matter you want to teach them. Do I want to be a storyteller? That we're on a podcast. This is a form of storytelling.
Yeah, we just learned a new synonym for successfulness, which is eudaimonia. Eudaimonia. But I'm saying, yeah, the education can come in many forms, and there's a lot of people who get education from just podcasts now, which sometimes leads to God knows what.
Right. So. Like, do I want to be an activist? Do I want to be a liberator? Do I want to be a protector? What is it? What is the impact I want to have in the world? And then that can then lead you to not just what you want to do as far as a profession, but it can also help keep you flexible, because if you have like that North Star being, I want to be a liberator. So what does liberation look like throughout, over your career life cycle? And as far as professionally, what do you want your personal life to look like? Do you want to be a parent? Do you want to be a caretaker? Where do you feel you best fit in, and where are your personal strengths? Yes.
I don't trust AI.
That's fine. We'll work on that.
I call bullshit.
Let's find your word. Eudaimonia.
I call bullshit. This is fucking.
You feel like this is made up?
What does eudaimonia mean?
This is my dictionary app.
What does eudaimonia mean?
You don't. Eudaimonia is not coming up. It's like, do you mean this? Do you mean that? It's not. It's not generating any type of definition.
Not for that spelling, but there's another spelling.
Well, to be fair, language is also very flexible, and new words are added to the dictionary. For example, after their chart-topping hit "Bootylicious,"
it's not in the fucking dictionary.
It was. They added it. They added "Bootylicious" to the dictionary.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
That's an important thing to add, because I mean, later, like future generations, they're gonna hear that something's bootylicious, and then
Destiny's Child got a word added to the dictionary. Bootylicious. They added it. It was a made-up word. So eudaimonia, maybe it's I don't know.
No.
Pneumonia.
In my dictionary app, it's with a U, not a AE, and it means well-being.
It's a Greek word that refers to state of well-being or flourishing.
I like Greek food, not Greek words. Let's move on.
No,
okay.
See now. Wait a minute.
What you don't like? You don't like? Do you call it a euro or a gyro?
Wait, what?
Okay, so
a gyro.
It's gyro. It's not gyro.
I thought it was euro.
Why would it be euro?
Because it's not English.
That's the currency. Euro is the currency.
Okay.
No, but it's spelled gyro.
What is there?
What is where?
Exactly. I'm saying there's three different theirs. Like
I called it gyro.
I know, but I don't think.
I think it's like it's not like euro. It's like euro. It's like euro or something.
It's not English. You're reading a Greek word as English, so then it's like, oh, that's like people who say pho. I'm about to go get some pho.
Oh my god, I don't even want to talk about that right now. One of my favorite little bar restaurants in Emeryville. The owner brought back pho, and I was like, "Can I get some pho?" And he was like, "The what?" And like, mind you, this is his like mom's recipe, and he's half Vietnamese, and he was like, "The what?" And I was like, "Pho," and he was like, "Pho," and I was like, "The what?" And he was like, I'm like, "It's pho." I've been walking around for 37 years calling it pho.
Because y'all be reading other languages as English.
But no, I was like, I've never heard anyone say pho.
Well, hang around me. I'll keep you cultured.
Because he was like, girl, I felt like I thought
offended.
He was like, oh, she just get her up out of here, because I thought she was
I thought she was an ally.
Right, I thought she was. She's like, I thought this was, we used to be a country. I thought this was a woman of culture. And she walking in here asking for the pho.
Here.
Like,
you bought three?
He looked at me like, the what?
You want pho or five?
He was like,
which do you want?
He was like, pho. And then he told me, he's like, I thought you were joking. You really think that's the name? I'm like, I've never heard anyone say anything different.
Yes, pho.
I think Angel called it pho. I think that's where I learned it from.
Yes. Hey, see, like I said, you need to come around your cultured friends. I've been to China. So, I know a few things. I've seen some things in life, So, Spendy.
Yes.
I want to ask you a question.
You're going to ask me a question?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, then I want you to pass it.
Okay.
Where do you find your motivation to be successful?
Just wanting to enjoy life. I feel like you get more enjoyment out of life when you succeed at the things you set out to do, and that's the motivation, right? Is like enjoy. For me, it's enjoyment. Mm-hmm. Now that's a very broad thing. Like your enjoyment can come from uplifting others. Your enjoyment can come from building something amazing or creating a piece of art or whatever it is. So, I think having something that you want to do that brings you joy, or that you think may bring you joy, and then going out and attempting it and finding some kind of success through that.
Okay.
It's not the destination, it's the
I
journey.
had to ask him because he'll sit over there and just press buttons. So we have
Yeah,
to like keep him in the
on the
conversation
button.
a little
But
bit.
I'm fine to just be pressing buttons, honestly. This is great. This
Yeah,
is more
he loves
interesting.
it, but that's why I had to get him early before we like start.
It reminds me of that game when we were little. What's that game where you had to like
Simon Says?
No, it was like a pattern. It was like a
Simon Says?
was that what it called? It was called Simon Says? And it was like that. That was what it was called.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, okay. That's what it reminded me of.
Yeah, it's just each button. Each one's the camera. So I got, there's my camera, Alex's camera, your camera.
So you just do that back and forth?
Let's do that back and forth live. So
He does it live. Like a lot of people,
We want to edit
they'll
it
have
later.
like a camera. They have like cameras set up, and they'll edit it later.
Yeah.
And he does it live.
Or they'll have someone live switching it in the background who's like, that's their dedicated job, but we don't have that much money, so it's me doing it while we're filming.
And he does an amazing job. Like
This is really cool.
yeah.
This
Like
is
I
a real
said,
thing.
Yeah. This is my guy, and we put all this together. Like I said, this is season. You're the first episode of season 5. Like when we drop this, this is going to be the first episode of our 5th season.
Whoa.
We did a full calendar
That's
year.
a big deal.
Yeah, we did a full calendar year, and this is our like.
I used to be on a podcast.
Oh really?
Yeah. The C-Dub show with now El Cerrito Mayor Carolyn Weisinger.
Oh, yeah.
Before we were
Oh,
mayors, before we were council members, all the things. We were on the seat. I hope she's buried all that. There's like a lot of wild stuff that we talked
we
about.
need to find that. I want to find that.
No, it's probably still. I mean, it wasn't that crazy.
I
But
bet
it
my
was just
aunt knows how to find. She's like runs a business in El Cerrito, and she probably knows
Carolyn. She's
Yeah.
super famous and popular, and I'm very proud of her. We're both proud of each other.
Yeah. So where do you find your motivation to be successful?
Mainly I think about my kids a lot. They're a big part of my motivation. Just like being a parent and thinking about how my parents to this day speak so warmly and fondly of like my grandparents, their grandparents, and wanting my children to have that same opportunity to just know that they come from greatness and
Greatness.
and that I do what I need to do, both what I want to do, but also what I need to do, because I want them to have the best foundation, all of the opportunities. I tell people all the time, and I say it jokingly, but I'm also kind of serious. I'm like, the only people's opinions I care about as far as me, it's my grandmother and my kids. I don't care about.
Yeah, my grandparents are passed away, and my daughter's opinion is like all that matters to me.
Yeah, like I don't like if my kids think I'm amazing, then I'm amazing, because I feel like those are the only people who I owe anything to. Their existence is a product of me and their father alone, and showing up for them and being the best for them, and them thinking of me in high regard is the only thing I feel like is of an utmost importance. And because it's also a part of their self-esteem, right? Like my mom shows up for me, my mom shows up in the world in a certain way, and then I'm able to see myself reflected in my parents. And so showing up in a real way and being the best person I can be, and them holding me in high regard is what is most important to me.
And I feel like that's definitely shown in me and my daughter's relationship. I feel like, I'm not going to take full credit for it, but I think my daughter is the great human she is a lot because she never wanted to disappoint me. She knew how much I cared about her and how much I wanted her to be great. And she wanted to make sure that she lived up to that standard,
Right.
because of how she feels about me as her father.
Right.
And I think every child deserves that.
Right.
And deserves the freedom to express themselves freely, but then, like you said, still understand like who and what their parent is, and that they can come to them with anything, and it's like, I'm gonna be here, I'm gonna support you through it all, you
Right.
know. And I don't think a lot of kids get that, and I think we need to make sure that children are getting that ability to make mistakes, but also make you proud.
Right.
You know, but without, you know, kind of coming down on them for making mistakes. Like they're not like they didn't just get here.
You're not perfect.
Yeah. I'm like, adults are messing up at their jobs, you know, and it's like and then you're like yelling at this 6-year-old. It's like, bro, like relax. Like I understand you want them to get it, but explain it to them.
Right.
Allow them the grace to get it. You're a grown human and you're still making mistakes, you know. So let them figure some things out. They're still trying to figure out how to clean themselves properly, and you're like harassing them about cleaning up. Like you like you know, I'm like push the issue and let them know how much it matters, but relax.
Right.
You know, like relax. They have a lot of stuff.
I'm a little bit of a high-strung mom. I will admit that.
Really?
Yeah, I am not a fun mom.
You're a disciplinarian?
I don't know if it's disciplinarian because some things I am very lax about, but some things I'm not.
You're spoken like a true woman. It's like, yeah, I be tripping, but sometimes I don't be tripping.
That's the best way. Like, that's the best way to explain it. Like, I be tripping about some stuff, not everything, not most things.
Is Caleb still doing golf?
He is really into soccer. Why'd you whisper that like it was a secret?
Okay, let me yell next time. I apologize.
She was like, "Where's Caleb still into golf?"
Politicians, this is like a political, you know, the golf, isn't that like a golf, isn't that a politics
He
thing? They play the
plays,
golf
so he likes golf. He likes soccer. He's really into history. I feel like staying on top of him now is really important because I'm almost like, he can go one or two ways. He can be like great historian, storyteller, or supervillain, because he has like this level of interest in history around like militarization that is both very like, oh, look at you.
It's aspirational, but also
Right, like let me keep an eye on this because let me check your backpack for manifestos every so often because I'm like, well, wait, because he's like, he was telling me something about some war, and it was Russia and somebody, and he was like, Mom, did you know about like when Russia had occupied whoop-de whoop-de-whoop? I'm like, sweetheart, I went to school in America. All I know is America's view on wars. So if
we won the Vietnam War.
Yeah, like if America wasn't involved, I don't know. Yeah. And so, but he's very much into like militarization history, occupation history.
That's interesting.
Colonization.
Have you?
I'm like, let me keep an eye on that.
No, but have you considered getting him into like militarization games? Like what is it called? Risk? Is that the one?
I think that's a game.
Yeah,
I did not know those existed.
Yeah.
But then I will, you know, he plays Roblox.
No. I'm
not Roblox, but well, no, because he played. But no, is something wrong with Roblox?
No. But I'm saying this game is like about like building your army and taking over areas.
Or like Civilization. Civilization is another one.
Okay.
And then also like getting him into chess because it's very strategic.
He does do chess at his school. Berkeley Chess School.
I know it was a thing until I drove past it.
I went to the camp. I think it was. It was called Berkeley Chess School. It was a camp. It was like up in the hills somewhere.
How nerdy! That's so cool. But they come down to his school, and so he does chess.
Yeah, they had like guys that would come. There was like this dude that would come and teach, and it was like once a week, and they would teach chess, and I already knew how to play with my dad. So, and then I went up to the chess camp.
And my dad is a big chess player, so they play together.
Oh, that's
he
beautiful.
loves chess.
That's good.
He's so cool.
Because what I'm going to say is this, like just as me being a father of an 18-year-old, I would love to see that turn into him being a amazing, because like you said a historian. I see him as he could be a great strategist.
He's very much a Renaissance man.
And it doesn't have to be, you know, war or whatever. He could be a strategist for corporations because his mind understands how to attack things and what way to go about it, and he can find new innovative ways, by going back and looking at history and seeing how it applies to what's here now.
Yeah.
So that's my thing, is like try to get him into some strategic things, some things to fuel that energy in a positive direction. And being a strategist is something that's valuable for anybody.
Right. Or he could be a dictator and I could be his mom. They're like, oh, the dictator's mom.
You could just embezzle all the country's money and just run off to wherever. Move to Argentina and you're good.
That's an option. Yeah. Okay, so since we're talking about it, what is it like being a boy mom? Because you have 2 sons.
I do.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So I'm the youngest of 4 girls.
Oh, really?
Yes. I have 3 older sisters.
We are horrible friends. I didn't know you had siblings.
Yes. But they're older, so they're older than me.
Mine
and
too.
So I pretty much grew up in an only child type of environment because they were so much older. And so I am very much used to, like, my sisters, like, I was very much like the baby. I'm the baby. And when you have that type of, my oldest sister and I, she actually, today's the 5th, right? Her birthday's on Tuesday. And so she will be, it is 2025. So she will be 54.
Damn.
Yeah, don't say damn.
Oh, shit, I feel like Kevin Hart when he Don Cheadle.
Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So she'll be 54. So there's a significant age gap, and
because you're like 40 now, so
not 40, not 40. I am 37
and a half. Chill out. And so. Yeah. Like, I was like, she was like a secondary mom. So we didn't have like the sibling relationship. And then it's like when I'm a teenager, it's like she's so far removed. So now that we're both adults and like I'm a mom, like we have a far more closer relationship. But like that's how big of the gap. It was 16, 11, and 9 when that's the age of my sisters when I was born. And so I'm not used to sibling dynamics. And I'm also not used to having like this level of men in my house. And okay, keep going.
Boys fight. Well, siblings. I've been told.
They don't fight, they bicker.
No, they fight. They're rumbling around. So this is the thing.
That's bickering.
Me and my cousin
rumble. Was a wrestle.
No, but they're wrestling. That's not bickering. That's wrestling. It's fun. Bickering is blah, blah, like it's verbal. They're wrestling around.
For women, it's verbal.
Yes, I'm a woman, and that's all I'm used to is bickering.
As I'm telling you,
like I had sisters, I had girl cousins. I am not used to this level of men in my house. They're always fighting. Space Jam is always on the TV. It's always basketball and soccer. There are so many balls in my house, literally, figuratively, and actually. There are so many balls in my house.
Sounds awesome.
It's like shit gets broken. I probably shouldn't have said shit, but shit gets broken all the time. It's like Cruz gets up. He starts shooting basketballs. Caleb's like over here playing soccer, and I'm like, oh my God. Then they get into an argument and everything's they're screaming at each other, they're rumbling around on the ground. They're always hungry. I have to cook so much food, and either they love it and they eat all of it, or they hate it and they eat none of it. They're always hungry. Always hungry.
Well, I'm saying they're fighting all the time.
They're fighting all the time.
That burns energy. You need more energy for fighting.
Why do they eat so much food?
Because they're burning energy fighting.
Oh my God.
That's why they like you don't burn energy talking. I understand, you women.
They eat. They're always talking. They get up. What's for breakfast? Caleb gets in the car, picking him from school. Hi, sweetheart. I love you. How was school? Great. Bitch, what's for dinner? Like,
he would never say that.
He didn't say it, but that's the energy. It's like, yeah, whatever. What's for dinner? Oh, that? I don't want that. Can you fry some chicken? Also, like, what? I'm like, I put so much love into this meal for you. I hate it. Can I have McDonald's? Oh, chicken nuggets. Oh, Dino Bites. Oh,
Dino Nuggets. I told you about them.
Can I have some chips? Oh, can I have watermelon?
Watermelon, that sounds delicious.
Yeah, it's like if I let my kids pick a meal out, it'd be like chips, watermelon, chicken nuggets. Also, for some reason, fried chicken. Not mashed potatoes, but my mom's not the mashed potatoes you make, but the mashed potatoes my grandmother has made because somehow they're different, even though you're actually using the same recipe. We just think it tastes better at her house. Then,
well, you just got to bring a pot in. You got to cook it and then bring the pot in.
yeah. Also, I like cheese sandwiches, but not cheeseburgers. It is a level.
Oh, I need to have a son. This sounds amazing.
Give me your
I'm sold.
Give me your shiniest dime. Give me your straightest dollar out of your wallet, and you can take them both right now.
I don't carry cash. Oh well, maybe next time.
Cash at me $1, and I will drop them off.
Caleb is awesome though. I love Caleb.
Caleb is hilarious.
I haven't
well, when we were at the birthday party, Cruz is so. You talk about having.
I saw Cruz on your story the other day though.
What did he do?
Can I say?
Yeah.
He threw your fucking strapless
bra my God.
onto the top of the.
Oh my God! So I had gotten. I'm trying to figure out this New Year's Eve outfit. Mm-hmm. The outfit was like it had a spaghetti strap, and I was trying to figure out how I can do this. I've been trying to figure out a strapless bra situation. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So it didn't fit. So it wasn't like I was wearing it. But Cruz was like, oh, what's this? And I was like, it's Mom's. Don't touch it. So it's one of those adhesive bras for the people who know.
Yeah, it's like plastic-ish.
Yeah, it's like a adhesive bra. Mm-hmm. So I walk out. I was in my room. Mm-hmm. He's in the living room watching a movie. I come out. There is my goddamn bra up on the wall. One of them. Like he just stuck.
And it was high. And he's little, bro. He flung it.
He flung it up. And we have to have like 10-foot ceilings. He flung it up. And there it is stuck on the wall.
It was just stuck on the wall. And you know what's funnier about it? When I saw it, I know how short she is.
I could not reach that.
I was like, she can't get that.
I can't get it.
That's the first thought I had. I was like, she can't reach that.
But that's the other thing. That's the other weird thing with boys. So they have like these sticky, squishy thing toys.
Yeah.
I will walk out.
With like a little hand or whatever.
Yeah, it's like stuck. Yeah. But it's like those, but it's like something else. Yeah. Like there are other little animals. I'll look up. It's stuck on my ceiling. And I'm like, this did not happen when I was growing up. I did not fling things all over the wall. I didn't fling my mother's adhesive bras all over the walls.
They probably weren't created yet, you know.
They might have not, but I just didn't harass my mother.
Maybe you would have if she had adhesive bras.
No, because why would you fling it up on the wall?
Because it'll stick up there. Yeah.
But why he didn't know that.
Yes, he
did. He did not know that. He didn't even know what it was because he was like, "What is this?"
No, because
and I was like, "Don't touch that. It's Mom's."
But you know what it is? It's the same texture as the other things. And when you touch it, it's like, Mom, like, what is this? It's not shaped like my other things, but it feels like it. So I'm going to treat it like it. And boom, he's like, "Yep, I knew it."
But I literally told him, "Do not touch this."
And that's why he got it out of 10.
And it's there he is. I could just see him walking around the house, like, oh. And then, because it got strangely quiet in the living room. Typically, when he's watching Space Jam, he likes to act it out. And then it was super quiet. And I come out and I'm like, what the fuck? He threw my bra up. And now...
Man, see, oh man, you sold me, man. I need to be a fucking boy dad, man. I need to have a son soon. You have any friends? I need to have a son.
You know my one friend.
Yeah, she told me she wanted to have a baby, then she told me she didn't.
Talk to her again.
Woo! The What's Your Ness Love Connection featuring Mary Welch and Alexander the Great.
Talk to her one more time. She might have changed her mind.
Ooh, okay, bring her on the podcast.
Ooh.
She told me she wouldn't come on.
We should do a dating game. Let's do a dating game episode.
She's been on the podcast on the phone.
I would love to do a dating game. That would be fun.
Yeah.
That would be funny. I think that would be fun.
Yeah, we should. That's cool.
Okay.
Bro, I'm super stoked on these Ness Culture cock warmers. I only ordered one, but they came in a pair. They gave me two. Do you want one of these cock warmers?
Bro, Those are socks. They're not cock warmers. What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah. I was joking, dude. Of course they're socks. I'm not I'm like a weirdo or anything.
Okay, let's get back on
We
subject.
gotta get back to these politics. So what made you want to get into politics?
Oh, so it was a little bit of personal circumstance / like always being. So I don't come from I got a little bit left. Don't look at me. I come from not so much of a political family, but my parents have always been very civically engaged.
I've never been engaged before.
You've never been, well, you know, first times for everything. You're almost 40, so.
Why would you say that? That's rude.
Because you're almost 40. What year were you born?
Huh?
Thank you. What year were you born?
What happened?
What year were you born?
You said your parents were civically.
So yeah, okay, So my parents were very civically engaged. Have always voted, always been really involved.
I really like these cups, bro, because it's like you can just pour to that, and it's like a good pour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I got these from Daiso.
we're engaged and voted, and we're drunk. And, yeah.
Went to a lot of cocktail parties, and even growing up educationally, we had California history, had government, had civics. I was on a part of our student body representation when I was in high school. And so it was something that was like always a part of like my personality, like being involved. You are responsible for the community in which you live in. And so you need to be involved in some way in shaping it, or else you should not be complaining about the state of your community. You have to, everyone has talents and can play a role. And so if you're not involved, you cannot complain. And so when Caleb was a lot younger, we ended up getting displaced, had to move down to San Diego temporarily to stay with my grandmother. We came back out. That was maybe about 2.5 months after we had moved. So this is like early December. And what was one of the most well-known encampments in Oakland, which was at 34th and Peralta. When we left West Oakland, it was empty. Nobody was. It looks how it looks now. There was nobody under there. When we came back, it was hundreds of tents, hundreds, and it really, it was almost like it took all of the wind out of me, because I said, where did all of these people come from? Yeah. And if you look at the point in time count data from that point in time, and also some of the eviction data from that time period, the city of Oakland was issuing about 900 evictions a month between June 2015.
A month?
A month. And so now, granted, issuing an eviction doesn't necessarily mean someone loses their housing, but you think about
that's the start, right?
But also you think about all the ways people are also illegally evicted. So I'm like, these
evicted?
Yeah, people get illegally evicted all the time.
Can give a little. I don't know anything.
Well, as far as like someone, so like there's a legal eviction where you can breach your contract, your lease contract, for your lease on your apartment for whatever reason, whether it's valid or not. And then your landlord can then go to, or property owner as we're calling it now, the property owner can then go to the courts. But there are ways where people who are property owners will just strong arm people with threats and get them to turn over the keys, or people are worried about maybe if they might actually sometimes agree to just turn over the keys, like, hey, give me to the end of the week to move out and I'll turn over the keys, because there might be some issues. But when I say legal eviction, I mean someone who has gone through the court system.
And you saying some people are doing it without the court system, and they're kind of like,
Oh, yeah.
they're
That happens.
intimidating. They're intimidating tenants to get them out.
Absolutely. That happens
Like I
all
said,
the time.
Yeah,
All the time.
See,
There are
I
all
didn't know
types
it was
of
that
illegal
serious.
ways that people, especially you think about more vulnerable communities, you think about people who might be undocumented. And so then someone runs up, your the property owner says, they're going to call ICE
on
if
you.
you don't move, or if you are, this has happened to a lot of women who are more vulnerable. If the property owner propositions you for
Yes.
services and you do not want to
deny.
oblige, either you can oblige or you don't. And if you do not, they'll lock you out, or they'll do things like turn off the heat, turn off the gas, turn off the water.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah.
And
It gets raunchy out here with housing.
And who do you follow up with recourse for that?
You can find, there are many organizations that do help with tenant protections, tenant retaliation protection, people who can, but it's sometimes very difficult to prove. And if you've had issues like, oh, well, you've been late on the rent, or the person, the property owner, the landlord has a lot of money and has, the way your lease is written up, if you've violated this, sometimes it can give you
It's
an
a noise
immediate
ordinance that
Yeah.
they don't
noise
enforce,
ordinance.
but
Or if you've got someone,
Yeah.
a lot of times you see it where people have a family member, somebody who's staying with them who's not on the lease. That can be, if they've gotten written in the lease, that's an immediate lease violation, and they can move forward with eviction. Sometimes it's like, well, an eviction is an eviction. Do you necessarily have to go through the court system, which can actually take a long time? And actually
in California for sure.
But then also the benefit of it taking a little while is if it's something around like non-payment or someone, living there who shouldn't be, you have the time to rectify the situation.
Yeah.
But if someone is just, they want you out and they're harassing you and
like you
they're
said, cutting off your gas or something.
they're
And
doing
make it
things
easy-
to make it
they can
very
easily
difficult
just say,
to live there.
Our water heater went out. That's why their
Yeah.
water
Oh,
was
the
cold.
water. The heater went out. Or
I was renting from like a pretty scummy company. I'm not going to name names on here, even though they suck. But it was this giant freaking lease. Like the lease agreement was like so many weird little things.
Right.
And
it's all in legalese, so you don't necessarily understand it all the time.
And things would always be breaking, and so we'd always have to call them in to like fix this or that, and which they're responsible for, but they're like just very slow about it and super just predatory. And then they had something like, oh, sign up for pay your electricity bill through our payment system, which adds a fee onto it, and then we switched to pay our bill directly to PG&E, but then they were still charging us, and like they made all this like fake interest on there. We ended up not having to pay. We're just like, no, dude, like we had to argue with them a bit, and that's like it was like a little glimpse into what they can do to just take advantage of,
like you said,
people who
and
aren't
if you're
gonna,
not diligent about it, they could easily manipulate you.
Yeah,
into
because if you
doing
got a million
stuff.
things going on, it's like, I pay my bills. Like, what the fuck is it? Where's this friggin' $1,500 bill come from? That's like all these say it's unpaid things, and I don't know. It's like super predatory vibes in the Bay in general. I feel like with like these companies that manage these properties, especially. I feel like maybe on the one-on-one person basis, it could be a little different, and there could be some, but it's almost like there's a system designed for these corporations to just suck money from people out of something that they depend on, which is housing.
They're doing what with two people?
Not the way that you like that I'm talking, but
okay.
Okay, but
okay. Well, next question.
sorry, went on a tangent there, but just
wait, I
reminded me of my
didn't
shitty
finish
landlord
why I was
company.
got into politics. So
Oh,
when
yeah,
I
that's
came
what-
back,
fuck these
I
property
saw it really threw me off, and I was like, I want to come back
you said
home.
The 10 cities and
I want to come back home and get into affordable housing advocacy and make sure, like, what happened to me doesn't happen to anybody else.
Yeah.
And so when we moved back, we had sublet for a little bit, and then we moved to Oakland Elizabeth House, a transitional housing location for women with children who've experienced homelessness, and stay there and really just...
Oh my God, I have too. Can I
stay
get
there?
some? Can I get some home?
Are you a mother?
I can be if it'll get me
No.
some housing.
No.
But keep going.
And so,
Hey, gender's fluids.
Yeah. Yeah, so keep going.
and
Don't
so,
assume my gender. Even though I've identified it multiple times.
we lived there, Caleb and I, for a little bit over 18 months, and I had the opportunity to, like, I ran for California Democratic Party delegate, really got involved, and like I became secretary of the California Young Democrats Black Caucus, and did a merge, did New Leaders Council, all of these things. And I feel like it allowed me just an opportunity to reset and redesign where I wanted to go. And people had always asked, like, oh, do you want to run for office? And I said, I think that my experience as far as being someone that went through being unhoused and know just how easy it is, because there's this narrative around people who experience homelessness. And while there are people who are struggling with maybe substance abuse issues or mental health issues, there is this unacknowledged piece where, yes, the longer you live on the street, the more you experience things like mental health issues. Living, not knowing where you're going to sleep at night is one of the most stressful things. Like, I would not wish housing insecurity on my worst enemy, because it fundamentally changes you as a person.
Yeah, I remember sleeping in the car. It's not.
I am completely
trying to find
different.
somewhere safe to sleep in the car. It's crazy.
Trying to just think about, like, because it's all you can ever think about.
Yeah.
You can't, like, people, and I think about how people are employed and you're getting up going to work, and it's like, can you even focus on your job? Because you're getting off work and you're getting off work at 5-6 o'clock, and you've got to figure out where you're going to bed by 9. You have 3 hours to figure out where you're going to bed if you don't have a set place already, and how much stress and strain it brings to your mental state, and how it just literally fucks with you as a person to not have anywhere to stay. And then to add in having a child, and how you talk about being a parent.
Being a parent.
Like, I had never felt like such a failure as the level that I did, having a child, someone that I am responsible for, and not having somewhere safe and stable and established for me to put my child down at night. It fundamentally changed me as a person. I can never go back to who I used to be before I went through all that. And so that's when I say, like, I do not want anyone to go through that. It leaves you with a level of trauma that I know this is supposed to be a fun podcast, but
No.
It leaves you with a level of trauma that I don't think ever leaves you.
Yeah.
Like, it's stuck with me, and where I can work around it and where I can move forward and thrive, I can never go back to being who I was. Like, I feel like that peace and that experience has stayed with me, even in all of the successfulness, all of the things that I've done. Like, that part is just there on me.
But I also think that you, like I said, just from knowing you, I think you leverage it as motivation. To be the,
because I'm like, if that
affect lives, not do the whole, the way how some people see politicians as, oh, they're just faking it to get their own stuff done. I feel like what you've been through actually motivates you to actually make a real impact, not just vote on things and say something's going to happen. You want to see actionable things happening for people's lives.
Because I know how easy when we talk about how impacting housing security for myself, which is what kind of motivated me to get into politics, what would have been what would have saved me from that would have been like maybe a shallow subsidy for like 3 months. The biggest issue was I was working part-time because I was still technically on maternity leave. And at the time, especially where we were living in West Oakland, it was like all the rents had exploded. You know, a studio was like $3,000, $3,500, $4,000.
Jesus Christ.
And you have to make 3 times the amount to, you know, to be qualified.
Yeah, that is insane.
You need
to
a
me too.
750 credit score, and you need to be making $12,000 a month. You need to have X amount of dollars in savings and X amount of dollars in checking.
These corporations.
Yeah, and I'm like I'm working part-time before I can go back from maternity leave.
Yeah.
So if someone just would have, hey, we'll pay your rent for 4 months before you go back to work full time. I had a job. I was a stable person. I had all of these things working for me, and, you know, completely as what we would call a low barrier person, I ended up with nowhere to stay with my baby. So I'm like, well, goddamn, what happens if you take away one of those things? What if you don't have a well-paying job? What happens if you have a mental health issue? What happens if you're living with a disability? What happens if you're someone that doesn't have all of the access and knows how to navigate through all of these resources that you say are available?
A lot
you
of
end up
people
on the
don't know how to
goddamn
use-
street.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know how to navigate bureaucracy.
Exactly.
And bureaucracy is frustrating if you don't understand it's bureaucracy. It feels like they're doing because I've seen it. When you deal with bureaucracy, if you don't know what you're dealing with, it feels like they're doing it to you.
Yes.
Yep.
It feels like they're and a lot of
But
times,
also it is what they're doing to you.
Yeah, it's designed to do that.
It's designed. There's a certain way that the government has set itself up, especially when it comes to benefits, especially when it comes to resources, to be inherently, to assume anyone that is seeking the resources is going to try to abuse them. So they set up all of these barriers, all these checkpoints, but really what they are a lot of times are barriers. They set up all these checkpoints to make it very difficult for you to assume the resources, because they think you're going to abuse them. But it's like a lot
and that's
of
still
people,
a narrative for like so many people that are not in that scenario.
but
like,
a lot of people don't want to use them.
Yeah.
Like, so many people are like, I would rather do anything else and have to admit that I need to go on food stamps.
Yeah.
Or I would rather do anything else that I need to do CalWorks, welfare. Like, people actually do not fucking want to do this.
Yeah.
They do not want to do this.
Yeah.
And so the fact that you're making it so hard because you think, you know, you assign this narrative that Reagan with the welfare queen and people don't want to work, and it's not even that. It's like an issue around the benefits cliff and how we actually wean people into self-sufficiency, and not even wean, but like elevate people into self-sufficiency. That makes sense for what it really looks like, where if someone's not on, you see this, the cat.
Oh, Meowcom's in the building.
Hi, Meowcom. And so,
Well, yeah, I was seeing, I looking on your website, I saw that it's kind of similar to the Stockton thing. Is this something you implemented, or you're trying to implement the guaranteed income thing? I saw that.
So I'm a part, well, you know, I'm technically not the mayor anymore. And so, but I was a part of the Family Independence Initiative, and they were based in Oakland. Former Mayor Libby Schaff was really a part of bringing it to the city of Oakland, and Mayors for a Guaranteed Income, they were a part of coming out of the Family Independence Initiative. But I was a part of that, it was not even a program, that project. They basically, they're what do I want to say? That they invested in families. And so I was a part of initially as a project participant as one of the families. So we got a stipend initially, and then we got stipends for different things. And then we journaled about how we spent the money.
Oh, that's dope.
And a lot of the research around guaranteed basic income is about how families who are lower income, how do they spend the money? And it's always people are paying their bills, food, groceries, getting better high quality food instead of high processed food that is very cheap. They're able to get better food. People use it to go back to school. There's some type of professional or educational investment. One of my favorite stories that came out of the Seed, which is out in Stockton, was they were doing like $500 a month, and a woman was able to send her child to daycare full time.
Yeah.
And then
Just
therefore
with
she was with just $500 extra $500 a month. She was able to send her child to daycare full time, and therefore she was able to work full time. So she went up from like making $20,000 a year to making $45,000 a year, just with an investment of $500 a month.
A month.
Yeah.
You're talking about an additional $25,000 a year is able to come into a household,
Which helps the economy and the free
because
market and society. Because
you have more money to spend. When you got more money to spend, I spend more money. I'm outside. We outside in these streets.
I know.
We're buying things. My kids need stuff. I'm outside. Let's go to brunch.
Yeah.
Let's go buy
We're supporting
shoes.
the local businesses.
Right.
All of that money's coming back.
And so now she's able to be, and then working full time. You talk about the career opportunities that she has, because now she's showing up full time. They know she has, there's, as people try to act like they don't do this, but as a woman, as a mother, you are still, people try to act as if there's no bias against mothers. There is, especially if you're a single mother. There's always a concern around your availability. Oh, really? Okay.
It was a joke.
Okay. And so
She's about to punch me.
there is always a concern around your availability and the stability of your childcare, especially if you're a single mother. And so her being able to show up at work full time, knowing that she has
Can get her needs
full,
taken care of.
stable care. Now it's, we can look at her as a potential,
Not
promoted, promoted individual.
Oh, you talking about her employer? Oh, I thought you was talking about something else. Okay. All right.
What were you?
Yes, I'm talking about her career aspirations.
Oh.
Because she has full-time care.
I thought she
that
was
means they
aspiring
can
for this.
view her as a competitive candidate for promotions.
Yeah.
Because we know she's going to be able to show up, because we know she has full-time care.
Yeah.
Yes. So when those promotions come up, it's like, hey, you've got full-time care, you're showing up full-time, you're producing all this work. Okay, let's promote you. Now she's going from 45 to 65.
Yeah.
Now she's going from an associate to a manager to a director.
Yeah.
All of these things. It helps your career trajectory to have safe, stable, reliable childcare.
And speaking of career,
Especially for women.
Yeah, career trajectory. I want to ask you, being a politician, how many people a year does the Illuminati allow you to kill?
I can't answer that.
Oh, that was the perfect answer. Oh my God. Yes.
Yeah, what did you think you were gonna get from that? So have you been initiated into like the Emeryville Illuminati?
What is the Emeryville Illuminati?
Just like the chapter of the Illuminati in Emeryville, I guess. I don't know.
I'm not sure.
You're not sure? So
as a card-carrying member of the Illuminati, the first thing is you don't admit the Illuminati is real. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay. That works for me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to send you some names, and you let me know if you can get rid of them, all right?
Do they live in Emeryville?
Oh, so you can only do it within your jurisdiction. So you were getting it's like working.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's like working with AI chat prompts. You're like, I can't talk about that, and then you just kind of ask her different questions. It's like, do they live in Emeryville? So she can kill people if they're in Emeryville.
I got a question for you.
Not kill them, but have them killed by the Illuminati because it's.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You know,
Exactly.
planes crash.
What's that sign? I have no idea what they're talking about.
Oh, this.
I have no idea what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So I got this is kind of a rant. You're probably gonna think I'm very silly for asking this after the very wonderful points you were just making about the housing stuff that you're working on. I want to know if you have any pull with the people who manage AMC Bay Street.
I have a very good relationship with Center Cal, who manages Bay Street.
Okay, so this is a huge revenue stream, huge money making idea. I think $1 million idea for Emeryville for amping up the AMC Bay Street. You guys got to have video game tournaments in the AMC Bay Street where people can come in and they have all the infrastructure already, the screens, they have the bar, the food. People come in, they do tournaments. There could be maybe some gambling. I don't know if that's legal in Emeryville.
We have a cart club.
Yeah, Oaks. The Oaks Card Club.
Yeah, well, there you go. So you can work them into it, too. And me and Alex went to this event. I don't know if you're a boy mom, so I feel like you must know about some of this stuff, the competitive gaming, the video game industry. They have
Twitch
these,
and...
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They have these big events. Me and Alex went to this one. We drove all the way down to L.A. for this. The thing was packed.
How romantic.
It was a stadium. It was.
It was beautiful.
It was very beautiful.
Yeah,
My dad
held
made us
hands.
homemade pizza and everything.
Wow.
Yeah, but they pack these arenas with stuff on these big screens, and people are just showing up paying to watch the video games, and $15 beer, $9 hot dog, and the people are buying it, and it's I don't know. I just think because AMC, I love the movie theater. I grew up going to Emeryville and going to Emery Bay before AMC. There was that old movie theater there, and
That's where I live now.
yeah,
Yeah, they tore down the old United Artists Theater.
yeah.
Yeah, I live over there.
Nice, yeah. So, yeah, all I'm saying is I think it would be a cool way to get it more engaged. And I'm not asking you to do this, but I don't know if I
think that's
could.
an amazing idea.
If I could get in touch with these people, I don't know. We'll talk off the record, but
yeah, email me so I can connect you with the folks.
Yeah,
I think they would love that. I think they are, Center Cal has been like a really amazing partner as far as like bringing like outdoor programming back to Bay Street. They've revitalized the South Plaza, which is like down there over where like the Mac store is, and all of the new restaurants. And
I do like that space that they put upstairs where it has like the seating
Bay
and
Break,
the games.
yeah.
Oh, that's what it's called?
yeah, Bay Break upstairs, like where
I
all the
think that's real
restaurants
nice.
are.
I haven't really necessarily sat there, but walking past it, like I went to Shake Shack one time when I was
Yeah.
going to the movies. I was like, this is like nice. Like,
Yeah,
this
it's
is, like,
hella cool up there.
Yeah.
And so I don't know, when was that? When did you go over there?
I don't know.
So like they redid the plaza down below. So you walk down the stairs
Mm-hmm.
and then the plaza. So they've redone that. So it's kind of like an event space. Like we had the fashion show there.
Y'all had a fashion show?
Yeah, we had a fashion show
Oh, shit.
over the summer. Yeah. So unless I'm like, they would love that type of programming.
What went wrong with the skating ring?
People was fighting.
Just stop the fighting. Why did y'all shut down the skating ring?
So it wasn't technically us. Well, so people were like, the city of Emeryville. I'm like, that is private property. We did not shut. The city of Emeryville did not shut anything down. I don't know. I can't say if Center Cal suspended their lease. First of all, the roller skating rink was actually only supposed to be temporary anyway.
Okay.
Because they was already going to tear it down. You know, we have
To the grocery store.
Tokyo Central coming in March.
What does that mean?
Tokyo Central.
Where is
That's
that?
the grocery store. That's the grocery
Oh,
store.
the grocery store is called Tokyo Central?
Yeah, it's Tokyo Central.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
So they were already going to tear it down anyway because Old Navy moved over
Yeah,
to
to
Powell Street and all this stuff. So it wasn't even, it was just supposed to be like a pop-up anyway. But like 3 weekends of fighting happened.
yeah. Those rowdy Emeryville kids.
Those
yeah.
rowdy who? Because not my kids.
Those rowdy Emeryville kids. I seen it vividly. I remember.
No, those weren't any of our kids. I know exactly where those kids are from.
Wow. You gonna just throw your hometown under the bus?
I didn't
like
say
that?
any city names.
Hey, do you guys want to know something funny that I know?
what?
Emeryville has more crime than Oakland.
Oh, not the per capita nonsense. First of all.
Yeah, wait. Let's pull up the Emeryville population here. Emeryville population 12,000.
No,
That's
it's
actually
for real.
it's actually closer to 14,000. We're over 13,000.
Really?
Okay.
Bro, Emeryville's so tiny, bro.
We're at 1 square mile.
14,000, that's nothing, bro.
We're
I
1 square mile.
walk past 14,000 people when I'm at the lake. Emeryville sucks. Oh, I mean, like, because you're not the mayor no more. When you was the mayor, it was hella tight.
It's always held tight because I'm on the council. It's always held tight. Emeryville's a vibe forever.
Why y'all can't do nothing about all that larceny?
What larceny?
All that larceny y'all be having over there.
So you know what we always would joke about was like, I was like, I'm gonna build a wall, and I'm gonna have Oakland and Berkeley pay for it. because it's like you all are coming. They're coming in. They're bringing drugs. They're bringing crime.
I may or may not have brought drugs into Emeryville when I've gone to the movies on.
I may or may not have done any crime when I was in Emeryville.
Because I'm like, listen.
Hold on, we're bringing money too. Some of us pay for some things.
Because one of my good friends, Kevin, he's a council member in Oakland, and so we always go. But he's at Deep East, so we always go back and forth about who has the most dangerous area that they cover.
I bet Fuddruckers probably it was pretty shisty back in the day. You remember?
It really wasn't. It was very tame.
I used to get into some shit at Fuddruckers. I'd be in there.
What shit do you get in at Fuddruckers?
I don't know.
Anyone that told if someone came, I got into some shit at Fuddruckers, like absolutely not.
Because I go in there.
Absolutely not.
I go in there stoned.
How do you go into a theme restaurant?
I go in there stoned as hell, order an elk burger, and say, "Man, these Rudd fuckers make a good burger." And the staff would always be getting on my shit, and I'd be throwing hands.
Rudd fuckers
with the staff. With the
I plead the fifth. We got a politician.
Okay.
The Rudd fuckers.
So, no,
that was so funny. Not Fuddruckers, the Rudd fuckers.
Yeah. So no, Kevin always jokes that Emeryville is the most dangerous city.
Yes.
And I said, if you don't keep your goddamn constituents away from my mall, then we would
okay.
not.
We'll stop spending money there. We're gonna start boycotting.
How you gonna stop spending money? You got is there?
I'm gonna go to Eastmont Mall.
Is there retail in Deep East Oakland that I don't know about?
DD's is still there.
DD's discounts. DD's discounts is
Grisali's. Grisali's.
And DD's.
Respectfully.
There's a McDonald's there. Hey, Taco Bell is still there. It's been there for a long time.
Where is the Taco Bell?
That Taco Bell closed at Eastmont?
What Taco Bell in Eastmont?
In the front.
In the front of where?
In the parking lot. That's not.
There was a Burger King.
Burger King and a Taco Bell was on the corner.
I thought it was a KFC.
No, that was a Taco Bell.
Ugh.
See, yeah, you from Emeryville. You don't even know. So,
what are your aspirations? Besides, we were talking about the housing stuff, but what if there's any stuff you haven't covered? I'm sure you have many aspirations as a politician. What aspirations you want to accomplish?
And we already actually started doing this, and Emeryville has always been very good at this. What my goal is moving forward when we talk about policy design in Emeryville is to make sure we're looking through it through an anti-poverty lens. Economic mobility, economic stability for not just our over the life cycle of our residents, but also for our business owners. And we actually kind of started doing, Emeryville was like one of the first, we were this little city. We did a lot of work around minimum wage increase that really pushed it.
Hey, I was looking that up and I didn't know y'all had such a good minimum wage until I started looking it up. And I was like,
pushed that forward.
Yeah. What's the minimum wage at Emeryville?
Oh, now is it over 21?
I
don't know. But
it's like either better or like right there with San Francisco, and you wouldn't, just somebody in the Bay Area, you wouldn't think Emeryville, know.
Right. And so like with the minimum wage, you've already kind of done that. And also my now former colleague, he termed off, John Bowders did a lot of work. He led the charge around a lot of decriminalization with our municipal code, which spurred from an incident. A cyclist, you're supposed to have a bike light. Police pulled a cyclist over. They didn't have a bike light. They gave them a ticket. And it's like, okay, but the point is we want people to have bike lights to be safe. And you gave him a ticket, but he still doesn't have a bike light. And so now all the police officers in their cars have bike lights.
And give them to people that don't have bike lights?
Give them to people who don't
That's
have bike
amazing.
Instead of giving them a ticket.
That's awesome.
And so
Well,
you
here's
talk
what
about
the communists are going to do. They're going to swarm into Emeryville with no bike lights and rob the city and rob our tax dollars of bike lights.
But it's like you want people like what is the true goal? You don't want to hit someone who's on a bike. And so
I feel like a lot of people miss that part. Like you said, when you're bringing up that type of stuff, is getting to the core of it. It's like yes, they did something illegal. What is the problem? Like, what are we trying to fix? We're trying to fix. We're trying to keep the people who are riding bikes safe, and also allow the people who are driving cars to be able to identify them.
Exactly.
That's what we're trying to do.
But then giving somebody $150 ticket that they might not be able to afford, and they're still unsafe because they still don't have a bike light. Like, what is that? What did we really accomplish? And so I thought about, that was something really amazing. And then, of course, a lot of the decriminalization, people were getting tickets for all types of spitting on the sidewalk. You have to look through all the municipal codes because some of these were written.
Is that why you guys removed the camera at Powell Street?
What camera?
There used to be a traffic camera right there where Denny's and all that stuff was. There was one right there at that main, like that street up.
That might have been a Caltrans decision because part of some of the stuff. You're talking about the highways. Some of it.
No, not the highway. That street. Was that Christie?
No.
Christie, when you come over the little ramp, there used to be that first light once you come over the ramp.
So we have license plate readers throughout the city. So I don't know what you mean.
No, there used to be like if you turned too late, it was like a red light camera that used to be there. That was years before you were there, but I used to be in Emeryville.
What do the license plate readers do?
Read license plates. Yeah, it's in the name.
Where are they?
It's a fucking genius.
Everywhere.
So how do I avoid them when I'm going to Emeryville for some good old bipping?
You can't.
Fuck. All right, Alex, our Friday plans are off.
Yeah, that's why we brought her here. This is a whole case. This is Ocean's 83. We were trying to figure it out how we get into Emeryville and steal free AMC tickets.
No, you will get caught.
So you told us that. Now we have to switch the plans. We're gonna go to East Oakland.
Yeah,
it's easier.
Go to Kevin's district.
Okay. Is it easier or harder to date as a successful woman?
That's an interesting question.
That's why I asked you.
Think people claim, so I don't subscribe to the theory that it's difficult for successful women to date. I think that is an untrue narrative that people have placed on women. What I will say is it might be more difficult to find time to date. And I think it might be more difficult to, as you get busier, because you are busy, you have tons of stuff going on, it might be harder for you to put forth maybe the energy. But I don't think it's necessarily harder. There are people who might be intimidated, but not in a way that, it's not in that like weird, jealous, competitive way that people can be intimidated, but they want to have all their stuff together. Mm-hmm. And it's like, I don't want to approach her until I got my everything together. Mm-hmm. And I know I can show her the, utmost greatest experience as far as dating. Mm-hmm. I think people really want to show up and have their game together. Mm-hmm. And so until people feel like they can bring their game together, they might not feel like they're worthy.
Their confidence.
Or if they have other stuff going on in their life that they feel like maybe they wouldn't want you to know about or get you caught up in, then they might avoid you. But I don't think it's more I don't think anything. I think you can do and get whatever you want to do and whatever you want to experience. I think it's available to you. You just have to decide it's available to you, and you need to make the decision. But I don't think it's limited.
Yeah, and I would think that it is more difficult, but then in the same breath, I am a person of you can create your own narrative and you can create your own success and things. And it's like you don't think things are possible until you think that it's possible.
Exactly.
So you it could be all type of opportunities right in front of you, but if you don't believe that they're there, they don't exist. And then the moment that you give yourself that grace and that love and that understanding that this is viable for you, all of a sudden all of these things start popping up that weren't there before, and they were.
I think it expands actually as you're more successful because like you're traveling, you're meeting all types of different people. I think it's actually better. And you're meeting people who are probably more valued aligned. Now, granted, I think with, as a successful woman, you're meeting more successful men. And I think a lot of successful men get married early on because
that's how they stay focused.
Exactly. So it's actually very good. Like a lot of successful men are married, and even if they get divorced, they get married almost or get repartnered very quickly because they know that having that stability and having that partner really plays to their stability. So I think there can be like maybe a bit of an imbalance, but I've met all types of new and different people being in this role. And there's been like a lot of opportunities to travel and just, like I said, meet lots of new and different people who are very valued aligned. And so I don't think it's more difficult.
Okay. I got another question for you.
Okay.
What power do mayors actually have? Just like the short version. Because I feel like because there's a follow-up question for this, which is, what do you want people to know that being a mayor, know about being a mayor that you don't think they fully understand? But, both of those questions, like what power do mayors actually have, and what do you, I'm pretty sure you've had friends come to you and be like, "Oh, can you get me free housing?" Or it's like bitch, like
can you start a video game competition at AMC Bay Street?
But we could, right? Like, so that's one of the things. Like, I can definitely connect you with the people
and we can try to
who can make that decision.
Yeah.
So I think there's
both of those questions
in Emeryville and a lot of municipalities that have an appointed mayor system where we're all council members. And we appoint the mayor and the vice mayor or the mayor pro tem as they may be called.
2023 vice mayor, 2024 mayor. Just
where I think.
Drop.
So the biggest responsibility around the mayor, especially if you're in a city that does an annual selection, is that you run the meetings, which is very important because the tone in which you can run the meetings. Either they can stay focused and on task, or they can go to the wayside.
That's the power that the mayor has, whoever's appointed as the mayor in your city.
But when it comes to us all being council members, like I actually do not have, as you're serving as mayor, you do not have, everyone gets one vote. So I don't, now in other cities, it's different, where the mayor may have veto power, or in like San Francisco, the mayor designs their own budget, and then the board of supervisors, because they're both a city and a county, they have to work within the mayor's budget, and there's kind of this budget negotiation. When it comes to the council members in Emeryville, like we all have to make decisions together. So you talk about what power does the mayor have within the meeting, because the mayor is the chair of the meeting. The mayor is then the chair. So like the chair has to recognize who gets to speak. The chair gets to decide how long do people get to speak for public comment. So those type of things. And really the mayor is in like the community liaison between the community and the city council. So the mayor oh, there's a ribbon cutting. Oh, there's a grand opening. But it's not as if none of the other council members or any of the members of the city staff can't show up and support as well. But the really big thing is the running of the meeting and being able to, as far as we're discussing city business within the meeting, you get to control the tempo of the meeting. But as far as legislatively, I am
everybody gets a
equal.
vote.
Yeah, I am equal amongst all of my council members.
So there you go. And like I said, that's in Emeryville. In different cities, it's a little bit different, but there are multiple cities that do it the way that Emeryville does
It's actually more common to have a selected mayor, vice mayor / mayor pro tem than it is to have an outright elected mayor. And then it also it depends on your charter.
Is that the way Berkeley does it? Or
Berkeley has an elected mayor.
Okay.
So Oakland has an elected mayor. San Francisco, San Leandro, they have an elected mayor. Hayward has an elected mayor. I'm trying to think of Alameda County. Dublin. Who else is in here? Does Union City?
None of the other cities matter.
Well, you were saying
Don't
San
do that.
Pablo does it like Emeryville does it, right?
San Pablo, I believe they do their annual selection
Yeah.
very similar to El Cerrito.
Yeah.
And so it's, when you talk about legislatively, like being able to bring in new policy, everybody's able to do that. But then the thing is, since everyone is able, if you have, like on our council, we've got 5. So majority vote is 3. And so the thing is, even if you're the mayor, you still need to have a good relationship with your fellow council members and really understand, like,
You gotta get at
what
least
they're-
2 on your side.
what you need. But it's not even getting people on your side. A lot of times it's, you need to understand your fellow council members' motivations and their goals. And that's a lot of relationship building. And so also it's like, building a strong relationship with city staff, like making sure like they understand what your motivations are, what their goals are, with their where are the limitations, where is the alignment, and being able to move forward in that way. Because if I could have been mayor and I could have introduced a whole bunch of stuff, and if I did not have my 3 votes, or I guess, I would vote for my own stuff. So if I didn't have my 2 other votes, then I don't get anything done. Because I don't have the votes. Because I don't know how to present it to my fellow council members, because I don't know their motivations, and I don't know where there's alignment between them and I. So you need to, when it's a situation like ours, the relationship building piece amongst your fellow council members and city staff is so important.
Yeah.
Has there been a lot of like Game of Thrones or like a House of Cards, like a lot of like sneaky Machiavellian maneuvering and crazy stuff, or is it more kind of chill with the people you work with? Are you whatever you want to say on the?
I'm always chill. It's chill with me forever.
Hell yeah! Let's go. You got my vote. If I was on the council,
As Megan the Stallion P said, if you beefing with me, you beefing by yourself. I don't have beef with anybody. I respond. I respond to energy. I don't start anything. I respond.
Well, I liked a lot of things you said, and like I said, I've been watching your journey, and I'm so proud of it. So I would love to know, what advice would you have to give a young Black aspiring elected official?
One, authenticity is.
you're right over there, bro?
Cannot be
I love that shit, bro.
anyone but yourself. Don't ever try to be anyone but yourself. Own your power, own your mistakes, own your energy. Be and know why you're doing this. Have your North Star, have your
That
why.
True north. Yeah.
Have your why and lead from there, and always lead with love. Always like, how can I leave this place better than how I found it? Keep your nose clean.
Like literally, like
with Q-tips?
All of the things. All
okay.
of the things.
so no brown nosing, no.
No brown, no white, no pink, no green. keep your nose clean.
All right. Keep tissue around. Got it.
No, don't even dive in. Don't ever need.
I said tissue.
Don't do anything.
No Matt Gates type stuff over here.
No, not even that. Don't dibble and dabble. Keep your shit tight. But also have fun. Like, don't take this year. Like, this is the funnest thing I have ever been able to do. I've had the best experience. I've met the most amazing people. I've had the opportunity to work with the most amazing people. I've had the opportunity to learn things about myself, to push myself to new limits. And you cannot take yourself so seriously in this role.
Well,
like, you have to be able to laugh at yourself.
Yeah. And one thing that I really like when you come in here, I was like, oh, the mayor's coming. Like, oh,
I'm like, oh, chill out.
Are there things we can and can't say it? Alex is like, can you be drinking on there? And you're like, I'm an adult. I can have a little drink on the thing. It's not like and I like that about you. You got a great vibe. I dig that as a political, because I feel like a lot of people, when they think of politicians, they always think of these like robotic folks who are up here, whereas in reality, it starts on the ground with like people doing what they should be doing. It's a good thing. Yeah,
you're a person. Yeah. Like, I'm a multifaceted person. I'm a woman. I'm a mother, I'm a daughter, I'm a friend. I'm, gone through what I've gone through. I've survived a lot of stuff. Like, we're just here. Like, you're a person. Just like vibe out. Like, you only get one life. And you cannot, what's that quote? You can't take life too seriously. You'll never get out alive.
Yeah. And my daughter, her junior year going to her senior year of high school, she went to a law internship, and they got her into the vice mayor's office in Berkeley, and she had to sit in on council member meetings, and I think it was one of the best things that could ever happen to her, because she went to those meetings and she found out elected officials are humans.
Yeah.
She found out that they're grown people who do passive aggressive things. They talk to each other kind of crazy.
I know. If she was in Berkeley, I know.
Yeah. So
how long ago was that when she went?
That was like last year.
Who was the vice mayor?
The black guy.
Ben Bartlett.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah. And but she said she went to those meetings, and like I say, just being a kid, you think, oh, the mayor and the president and all this.
Yeah.
And then she got in that room and she realized they're people.
Yep.
I'm a person. They're people, and they doing people stuff.
People meet me all the time, and they're like, "Oh, you're kind of normal." Like, I hope you think so.
like yes, no, I didn't grow horns when I became a mayor.
Right. Like, I'm very normal.
Speaking on that. So when you become the president, can I be your secretary of hood shit?
I will make that position just for you.
See,
awesome. I want to be the bidet czar.
What is a bidet? What?
The bidet, the czar. The presidents, they have the czar. Like, oh, I got the czar of this. They always call. I don't even know what it is, but it's like he's just the drug czar or this czar.
But bidet?
That. The bidet czar. Yeah. There needs to be a bidet in every toilet in America.
Are you into some weird toilet shit?
No, I want America to be clean.
You ain't never used a bidet?
I've used a bidet. Okay. We actually have some.
Yeah, see?
I got some bidets.
Hell, see?
See, yeah.
And be more vocal about it. Be authentic and vocal about the bidets. If there was a bidet in every toilet in America, I feel like so many people...
So my parents installed theirs first, so then it was, they're heated. That's the thing.
You got rich parents.
That's a politician bidet right there.
No. Yeah. So like the ones that they installed, you plug it up. You plug it up.
Blow on your ass and shit.
Not blow. It's more like a rinse. And so, but there is a drying component.
Yeah. Okay, so they blow on your ass.
The ones that warm also blow.
Like when you say blow, it just makes it.
They do blow on you.
It sounds so graphic.
Wash your ass and then it blow it.
It's more like it's a drying mechanism.
Yes, it blows on your ass. It's an ass blower.
It's a drying mechanism. It's a drying mechanism.
Yes. Well, the best property owners have drying mechanisms in their toilets.
There's leaf blowers and there's ass blowers.
Anyways, that's my political position.
We just got rid of gas-powered leaf blowers in Emeryville.
Oh, nice. You got the rechargeable ones now?
Yeah,
My aunt has one of those in El Cerrito. Makes this leaf blow every day outside the shop.
Hey, auntie.
Yeah.
Can you share a defining moment in your journey to becoming the mayor of Emeryville?
A defining... I think getting elected in general was such a wild experience because it was 2021. It was a special election. We were still in the throes of the pandemic. Cruise was like one. I was still nursing out. I have to go out door knocking and lit dropping and have to pause, go back home, nurse him. It was wild. It was just the wildest.
Get her done.
Yeah, no, it was a hustle. And it was very interesting. So I'm a person, I believe in like things align how they're supposed to align. So my predecessor, Christian, he resigned. I was elected to finish out his term before I was reelected to this term, which is now my own. And Christian had resigned. This was May 4th, 2021, officially. And I had, was coming from Elizabeth House and had been applying to all these different affordable housing opportunities. And so where we had lived now, initially I was in a below market rate unit. And so I had applied for it. This was like back in 2019. And I was on the wait list, because there's always a wait list unless you're like number 2. And what had happened was they always keep you up to date and, we're updating the list. And then early 2021, they had let me know that, hey, they were working down the list and I was coming up soon. Was I still interested? Yes, yes, yes. So they hit me up like towards the end of April and they were like, you're like next in line for an affordable housing unit. I'm like, okay, cool. They were like, are you still interested? Yes. They were like, okay, we'll kind of get your stuff together. If the person before you doesn't respond, then we will hit you up and then you'll be, up for the unit. I said, okay, fine. So that was like the longest 7 days of my life. They give you 7 days to respond. So I'm like, okay. Yeah. And so I'm like, gather up my, you got to get your bank statements and paycheck subs and all this stuff. Yeah. And so they hit me up and they were like, the person ahead of you didn't respond. So we're going to move forward with your application. So I had everything ready to go. They approved us. We moved in. But the day they reached out to me was May 4th, the day he resigned. And I just feel like that was just alignment. Like it
Everything's
was.
in sync,
So now that's like the holiday, we're going to drink on May 4th this year?
May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you.
Out there, yeah.
May the 4th be with you. And I'm like, I didn't know that at the time. But when I was looking through like all the past council stuff, and I'm like, May 4th was the day they emailed me and told me to turn in all my stuff. It was like he moved out the way for me to be here everything fell into place from that That's point beautiful. On. And yeah, it was, and also like, and then becoming mayor, like being the first Black woman to be mayor of that city. And
for real?
Yes.
Oh man, beautiful.
I'm the only second Black woman to serve on the city council.
Of Emerville? Really? Really?
As diverse as we are.
That's
and
crazy.
So, in words of our vice president, like being the first and making sure you're not the last and making sure that it does not take however many years it took for you to be the first. You don't go through another 120 some odd years for it to be a second. And that to just be something that happens on rotation, something that is regular, that's something that people expect, something that people acknowledge is a normal thing. Because it does feel weird to be the first of something and have been the first of something 2023, 2024. Like,
it's like really?
Like how?
Yeah, we just far into this and I'm the first.
Like me, like me?
Right now?
Like me?
It's crazy.
Today, this year?
Just today years old when
like
that
after the pandemic first?
Right. Like, oh my God. So that, I think that was like a defining moment, just like being that part of history and like making sure that it stays a part of history. because then it becomes a regular occurrence is important.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And
Well, how has your vision of successfulness evolved during this time period in office?
I think not holding myself to a specific position. You think about successfulness in a way that sometimes people align it to a specific role or title. But when I had talked about earlier, like what kind of impact do you want to have on your community?
Yeah.
That's the biggest, like, who do you want to be? It's like, I want to be a change maker. I want to be an educator. I want to make sure that people are protected. All of those things. You can want to be all of these things, and it can change throughout the course of your life. The course of your career can look different. You can change, and you can have different talents that you develop. And so I think it's not assigning it to a specific role and not looking at it as a career acknowledgement. Like, yes, I'm very proud that I'm on the city council, and I'm very proud that I'm, have done all these things, but like, I'm also like a mom, and I'm a good friend, and
Yes. And you can get rid of that Denny's and put in a Waffle House. Yeah, I agree. Oh,
why would I bring?
against the Denny's?
First of all, ain't nobody got time. But you know what?
What?
We do have that 9 round, so that we gonna pull everybody who knows how to knock people out and hire them at the Waffle House, because apparently that's
part of Waffle House.
that's part
aesthetic.
of yeah. Like, so when
You,
like
you have
go,
to be able
so
to
when you
fight to
go-
work at the Waffle House.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, so when you go to like interview at Waffle House, do they just like bring you out to the parking lot and make you just do like a quick 3 rounds to make sure like you can just knock somebody out?
You
Because
think the parking lot? No, they put you in an office. You don't need no space. You need to know how to do it in tight quarters. That's how they do it. They don't
just
do
right
that.
there next to the fryer.
Yeah.
Just right.
No, in the back office, because it's not that much room. You got to be able to throw it in
Because,
a small
right,
area. You can't be in the parking lot.
Like,
Parking lot's too much space.
I'm gonna throw this chair at you.
Yes, and how do you react?
How do you
Hey,
react?
first rule, it's like the Illuminati. First rule about Waffle House: we do not talk about the hiring practices at Waffle House. Okay, they teach you that at Waffle House Management 101. Don't ask me how I know. I've never actually eaten at that Denny's. Is it any good?
I don't eat at Denny's.
Wow.
It's Denny's.
Wow.
I've eaten at a Denny's with you when we were driving to Vegas in like
Vegas.
2011. Yeah,
We ate at a Denny's?
Wow.
on the road. Yeah.
That doesn't sound like me. I will say, like, I do know about the Grand Slams and the Lumberjacks, but that was so long ago. Like, Denny's not the same that it was when I was like 12.
That sounds so good, actually. That sounds so good.
No. I do like IHOP's pancakes, though. I don't care what anyone says. IHOP makes a good pancake. Like, screw you if you think differently.
We eat IHOP pretty frequently. I'm kind of jealous of this cat.
What about why? Because it's on his lap?
She won't come over and say hi to me. She just
She
snipped
did.
at my.
She sniffed you.
She snipped at my shoe, and then I thought we was gonna kick it.
That's the first stage. You just got to not pay attention to her. And
Okay.
she'll, yeah.
Oh, she's one of those.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
because of course she's the cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, she be catting off.
Black cat, golden retriever.
Yep.
Yep. Are there some like unique challenges that Emeryville faces compared to other cities in the Bay Area, and how have you tackled them? I know you talked about there was some roller rink incidents, but and I don't know, like,
And the only
The
reason I know
roller
about-
skating violence.
Yeah.
My
took
daughter
over.
told me about that. She's like,
Yeah.
them kids don't know how to act. That was my daughter
At 18. Like, these children are
Yes.
really one of our biggest, I mean, I don't even call it a challenge because, we've always been a very small city. So geographically, just so many people are always interested in coming to Emeryville. And it's like, sometimes finding the space is challenging. And we're sandwiched between 2 big giants.
Yeah.
Berkeley is very well known, obviously. Oakland is very well known, obviously.
Yeah,
and
you
so,
left us.
huh?
You left us. Why
Who
would you
left
leave
us?
You did.
I left where?
You left Oakland
for affordable housing. I moved there for affordable housing.
Okay, that's valid. That's
Like,
valid.
oh, you didn't want to be homeless anymore? Jesus.
Yeah, like why didn't you stay in Oakland? We have plenty of tents.
Your seats lean all the way back.
Yeah,
You were fine.
Yeah, you were fine. Like, man, just tell the crackheads that you're a mother. They'll respect it.
They will not. They will be like, hey, baby girl.
Yeah. You want to have another one?
No, not at all. Not at all.
You should.
I can't go for 3.
Why not? You might have a daughter.
I could, and then or I'll have a 3rd son.
And that's even more amazing because now Caleb can teach him the ways
of throwing bras on the roof.
Yes, like Cruz did
That was
this.
Cruz.
We know this is possible. But no, Caleb saw Cruz do it. Caleb never did it. He saw Cruz do it. So
Caleb never got into anything.
Exactly. And now he's seen what Cruz can get away with. He's going to teach the other one more stuff to get away with.
No.
Like, mom's not paying attention. You can do it.
No.
That's what you need Caleb to do. He's supposed to coerce the little ones into being adventurous.
He doesn't do that. He's not even that type of big brother. He's like he's a stickler for the rules.
Really?
Yes. He's like very much like, mom said not to do that. I'm going to tell mom you're not, like, he is a stickler for the rules.
Yeah, we gotta get him into some strategist games. Like that's the type of guy. Because you know what I like about that? That's discipline, and you need that when you're strategic about things.
But yes, my strategies for Emeryville.
Okay.
Because there are unique challenges. Mm-hmm. You know, we're small. We're a smaller city, but we're in an urban core. Mm-hmm. An urban core. Did I say that right? Urban core.
The second time.
You think
Urban core. The rural juror in the urban core.
We're in an urban core. Mm-hmm. And so, like, we have the retail. And then we're right next to I-80, which, it's made us a target for organized retail theft.
Oh, larceny, like I brought up earlier.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, did they do one of those? I saw the San Francisco one where they were in like the Louis Vuitton store where it was like organized.
They've done that.
They don't have high end in Emeryville.
Oh.
They have a Fogo de Chao now, and I will say I went the first day, and the service was impeccable. I thought, it's a Fogo de Chao in Emeryville, so I'm gonna just downgrade it because it's Emeryville. It was amazing. It was an amazing experience.
Hey, to his credit, this dude used to live at the PF Chang's that was over there.
Yeah, and then they ended the happy hour, and that was when they started losing.
Who was that?
PF Change.
Oh, what happy hour?
They had a happy hour. We used to go all the time.
It was awesome.
Yes.
And you know, me and Angel used to went back in the day when they used to have the Elephant Bar. We used to sneak out.
Oh, the hell if we are.
When they used to have the very late. I had my 21st birthday there. One of my friends sent me the photo after I got elected. She was like, I can't believe. She's like, we spent like your 21st birthday there, and now you're the mayor of the city. That's crazy.
Yeah, she running shit.
Girl, where did you find this?
All of the Elephant Bars are closed now, huh?
I don't know. I think the one in Hayward is still open.
Oh, because I remember there was one in Concord, and it's gone.
And what you doing out in Concord?
Girl, I've been to China. You think I ain't been to Concord?
That's not what I said. I said, what was you doing out in Concord?
Whatever her name was.
Oh. That was the real point I was trying to get to.
Who is you doing out in Concord is what the real question was.
Right. Okay.
Sip.
Hey, shouts out to the Elephant Bar. I went there with my grandparents.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out.
Are they independently managed?
I don't know. I went there. I only went to the one in like Sacramento. I don't think I
know Pyology is.
You not just go. Okay.
Yeah, she's.
Oh, girl.
She's a little annoyed because I've been gone.
He's been gone for a long
time. My property owner has been taking care of her, and yeah.
Yeah. They're not landlords.
Did she hiss at you when you came back?
No, she was just kind of like.
He's back.
And I was like, hey, I haven't seen you in 2 weeks. And then she was kind of like,
yes, son of a bitch, you have not.
She was yelling at me a little bit and just like, man, like, here's some food. And like, I gave her the food. And then she's just like, like, still, like, yeah, I'm back. I'm staying for a while.
Yeah, so. I didn't abandon
so wait,
you.
Where was you at? Where was you at for 2 weeks?
I was up on a farm. Actually,
I don't want to hear this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop you right there.
I was dog sitting.
I'm gonna stop.
I was dog and cat sitting.
You was with some other animals and you didn't take my baby.
Yep, and that's why she hissed at him.
Oh,
I can smell the horror on you.
I smell him. I smell him on you.
Smell him on you.
It was.
How dare you?
No, it was. And my girl brought her cat to the farm, so the cat.
Oh, your girl.
Yeah, so the cat that lived.
Oh,
at the
so you
farm,
had all types of different cats.
Yeah, so the
Juices
cat,
on you.
Yo, I have all
and
types of
scents?
shit on me. Yep,
Oh,
yep.
Lord.
Oh, look out. There was a cat that lives on the farm, and then she brought her cat, and so they were already getting into it. Her cat was here the week before, so they were getting into it. It's just, it's been so much cat.
Yeah.
So much cat.
So much cat. Yeah.
So much
Spinny's not used to that much cat. You know.
It's been quite the end, quite a New Year's party for me. Yeah. Wow. Hey, where are we? What are we doing? What's going on?
You tell me how we rappy.
Well, we've got we're at an hour and 45 right now. It just flew by.
This
Good
one of our longest
conversation,
ones.
yeah.
Like I said, it was a pleasure listening to
I've
her
been on to talk to you all night. You know, I gotta get up early tomorrow, but I think
Who has to get up early?
I do.
I do. I wake up at 5:45.
But I'm working from home tomorrow. Yeah. So you're waking up,
Make
you're
that
waking up
face
before
to
me. Yeah, I'm probably waking up the same time as you because I have a remote job, but they're on the East Coast. So
I gotta get into my swing trade, my Monday swing trades at the stock market.
But I would love to talk more and talk to you guys. I need to get your email for the gaming thing.
That's gonna be hella fun, I think.
Yeah.
I don't see any reason why they would not do that.
Because like I say,
that is such a vibe.
It could be any. It could be any type of like just tournament, bro.
Well,
It could be a Madden tournament,
like
or
Super
anything.
Smash, Madden, Racing, Mario Kart, whatever. Because like the imprint.
So and you know, Arthur Max is up there, and they have like old school arcade games already in Arthur Max.
What's Arthur? I don't even know
It's a
what
pizza
Arthur Max
place.
is.
It's over near, up there upstairs where Shake Shack is. It's Florida Shake Shack. Papa.
Yeah, I hate that the fucking buckhorn's going. I used to like getting a salmon salad.
Oh
salmon
my
Caesar
God.
salad.
I love that. But so they're over in, what's that? They're near the Moscone Center. Over in the mall.
That?
In the city.
Oh, I don't give a shit about San Francisco.
Don't do that.
George Moscone. He's got assassinated. The Harvey Milk, the whole thing.
That was really terrible.
Terrible. It was around the same time as Jonestown too. It was crazy. There were two dominant news events, and they happened in like the same week. It was
was really out of control.
Bro, I don't know what
people are like back in the day. I'm like back in the day, y'all was killing politicians. That was crazy.
Yeah, it was like
crazy.
a homophobic guy in the
and Willie Brown has outlived everybody.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, man. He was not. All right, I ain't gonna say that on here. Okay.
Please don't. Whatever. I don't know what you was about to say, but don't do it. Do not do it.
Well, Mayor Welch,
Hey,
Miss Courtney, we had a ball talking to you, talking politics, talking about being a boy mom and all the things you had to go through, and even having a little nightcap with you. So to show our appreciation, we would love for you to sign our What's Your Ness podcast Diddy Juice bottle.
Why you gotta say it like that?
why would it be Diddy Juice?
He's not even a part of the company anymore, but it sounds funny if I said Diddy Juice.
Oh, whose is this?
I don't know, somebody that was on some episodes ago. Oh, look at that. You see, like, you're a professional.
Did the pen work? The pen still works?
It does still work.
Let's go.
I told
We
you, man.
did it.
I told you it works.
Let's go.
Caleb says that a lot. Let's go. And
Let's
I'm like,
go.
I'm like, to where?
We've been saying that's just a boy thing. We've been saying that since we were.
And for
youngsters.
coming on the What's Your Ness podcast, Ness Culture would like to show our appreciation by giving you our cherry car air freshener.
Oh my God.
Which is in the depiction of our socks, and our black ice car air freshener. They smell amazing. Like I said, I was so happy when they came from our manufacturer, and I started opening them. I was like, oh yes, this is what I wanted. And always on Ness Culture, we want to remind you to choose happiness.
Oh, I love this.
Happiness sticker.
Yeah.
I love this.
Spinny, let's do it.
Let's
do it. Hey,
Thanks,
guys.
guys.
Out here
You're welcome.
on the What's Your Nest podcast, we do a lot of things. We're successful. We like our successfulness. But if you really want to succeed, you got to choose happiness. Am I stealing your thing right now? Because you said Spencer do it, and I feel like the next thing to do is to choose happiness, so I'm just doing it. Can I keep doing it?
Go. Let's
Okay.
go. It's season 5, bro. Let's do this.
Okay, season 5. So choose happy. So look, you're out there. Life has all kinds of ups and downs. I mean, it's a roller coaster. You never know what's going to happen. You're going to be throwing curveballs. You're going to be out there. And I feel like all of us, we all strive to be successful. Or we should hope to strive to be successful because, that is a path to happiness. And it's kind of a synergistic thing because in order to be successful, I feel like you have to choose happiness. I mean, we're here with a mayor who's chilling, cracking jokes, having drinks with us, talking about real heavy stuff and then just real fun stuff, which is what life is. And through all of it, you can just choose happiness. And it's not always easy, The happiness sometimes can be difficult to grasp, but it's always there and you can get it. So, from Ness Culture, Spenny, Alexander the Great, thank you, and Mayor Courtney Welch, or former Mayor Courtney Welch, Representative, or City Council Member Courtney Welch of Emeryville. I'm sorry, I'm a little
No, you're doing great.
Yeah, no.
Thank you.
You got all things.
Thank you so much for being here. It's been lovely speaking with you. Any final things that you just want to say out to the people just now? Any last little thing just for the folks out there watching?
Just you get to decide what you want to do and who you want to be forever.
Hell yeah. All day.
Oh, that just made my loins tingle.
Oh, gee, take it easy. She's a politician. You got to take it easy with that shit.
What you mean? She said it and it made me feel good.
Okay.
Isn't that what you want your politicians to do?
No.
Say that stuff to make you feel good on the inside.
Oh, yeah, a little bit.
You are the decider of your reality.
Hell yeah.
Forever.
Facts.
Yep.
Oh, this is why this is my friend.
You are the constituent of your own district. How about
Yes.
that? How about that?
Hey.
Hey, constituents. Okay, folks. We've been successful here, so I'm going to fade it out, and I'm going to just say thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time. Good night.
Hey,
Dude.
so you're super successful. So can I just have a baby by you and you take care of it?
No.
Stop it.
Why not?
Dude,
Why would I
the
not?
Secret Service is going to kick your ass for this shit. You know they were breaking my
I
balls
know,
earlier.
but that's why I'm trying to ask her
there are
now.
no
They came-
I just want to have a baby
agent.
by
But who
someone
was that?
successful.
But who was that guy that came in here earlier and was like, "I got to search your place"? And with the secret, he was giving me all the shit about my chindo. I'm like, "It's a chin strap dildo. It's not that hard to understand." And he was getting all on my case about it. He thought it was a weapon, and I was like,
That's
"Oh
somebody.
Jesus!"
That's a fan.
I'm still recording.
That's not a fan.
Hold on.
Oh, cut
That's
it
a
off, bro.
fan.
We having a private conversation.
That's a fan.
No, but so about the chindo. The thing is, this